All right, all right, all right.
Growing up is weird because the older you get, the more you feel like you're on your own. That applies especially to friends. You go from hanging out all the time to less and less until finally you don't see them at all. In life, there are many things that we take for granted. One of those things, I think, is our friends. This is David. I met him the first day of sophomore year. David loves baseball and was a pitcher in high school and college. And I don't know why, but one day I started giving him a hard time about his fastball. I told him that I thought he had lost his touch, and more importantly, that there was no way he could still strike me out. Okay, I'm crushing this. I'm crushing this. David didn't take too kindly to this notion, so we made a bet. I booked a ticket to fly out to Dallas, where he lives, to see if he still had the juice.
Well, you know, I've got the heater, and then I've got the curve. Alex is hitting either.
To be clear, I have never played organized baseball. Actually, that's not true. I played coach pitch when I was a kid.
That's the other reason I know I can do this. Played baseball for probably 20 years of my life. 20, easily 20. Alex has played maybe one, and softball for like 2. He's toasted.
So from a technical standpoint, David had every advantage. But I had a secret weapon. I had confidence, swagger.
That's the home run swing.
Plus, I didn't think David could still throw strikes. So if I didn't swing, I would win.
My shoulder hurts already.
The sun was bright, the field was wet. I was ready.
Strike.
Well, I soon learned that David could indeed still throw strikes. This was an unfortunate development. I couldn't tell you which were strikes though, because I did not know where the strike zone was. Despite this, I hadn't completely given up hope, because I could tell that David was starting to get nervous.
Space. Yeah.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 strikes, 2 balls. After months of trash talk, I had flown 941 miles for this moment. The moment that I was going to hit a home run off of my friend David.
Strike. Ease out.
Baseball, you know, it's a tough sport.
You gotta keep your eye on the ball, Alex.
There's a lot of nuances to the game that as an amateur, I'm just not gonna get.
It's over the plate, so over
Yeah,
the
so
plate.
like the
and then
corners,
squeeze
like
the
this.
chest.
So yes, I lost. And yes, a lot of people thought it was stupid for me to fly all the way to Dallas just to settle a bet. But what they failed to realize is that it was never about the bet at all. The one thing I've noticed about life is that there's something inherently valuable about time spent with your friends. And I've also noticed that the older you get, the fewer opportunities you have to spend time with them. People grow up, they get busy, they have babies. The time that we take for granted slowly starts to disappear. And that's sad, because friends are cool, even if they live across the country.
Just sitting here waiting, because David's late, because he's stuck in traffic, because he didn't leave on time.
So here's my advice. Spend time with them. Do it before you have babies, or they have babies, or someone has babies. Embrace the camaraderie you still have in your life, because it's an incredibly unique, valuable, and fleeting thing. There is a quote from a film that I love. Remember, no man is a failure who has friends. And yes, I failed at baseball, but the trip itself was anything but a failure, because I got to spend time with my friend David. David, I made you a bet that you couldn't strike me out. And well, you did. You struck me out real good. And for that, I thank you.
Oh, God. Oh. Oh. Alex didn't even move, by the way.
This is very,
Did not even move.
very scary.
What?
the camera.